So today we're talking about 5 things that you should stop doing, like yesterday. Welcome to my channel. I'm Sabrina Green, and I'm going to give you straightforward tips on how to have the best Reggio inspired classroom. Welcome to my channel. I'm Sabrina Green, and so the number one thing that you want to get rid of is a flamboyant aesthetic. And what I mean by that is way too many colors going on. Pictures and artwork hanging all over the walls for no rhyme or reason. ABCs and 1, 2, 3s all over the place. And if you're not a Reggio inspired classroom and you do have those things, it's all good. But the heart of Reggio is more so natural elements and home-like features. So just think about your home. You probably have, if you have kids, you probably have a designated area where you hang up artwork, which is probably your refrigerator. Or if it's not, you probably don't go get tape and hang things all over your house. You probably put it in a frame. And so you really want to adapt those types of things to your classroom. Most classrooms have bulletin boards, and that's where you want to hang your documentation, your art, or anything that you just want to display. Try to refrain from just having too much all over the walls. Let's see, another example, borders. You know, like the things that you put around your windows or what have you, and they have pencils, crayons, and apples on them. You don't want that. Less is more. I promise you that less is more. And what I always say is you don't want in Reggio Emilia a catalog classroom. And we've all seen, if you're in this industry, we've all seen those lakeshore books where, you know, it's like the finger hut of a classroom. You don't want a finger hut classroom. You really want a clean cut, sleek, cozy, home-like environment. After this video, go ahead and check out my classroom tour if you want to see me go a lot deeper into that. Number 2 is clutter and visible storage. So for this one, I'm going to show you an example. You want your shelf space to be not only a presentation, but you want it to be accessible. So the exact way that you have it presented is the way that the children should be able to go over and just take what they need. So as you can see on my bottom art shelf, I have the paint and pump dispensers where they can take the paint, take a paintbrush, and although you can't see it in this picture, they can grab a palette and paper. So here's another picture where it's not necessarily clutter, but it's definitely storage. And I think from here you can see the differences in what you don't want to do. So a rule of thumb is if it's not serving the children and you don't expect them to access the materials independently, you need to find another place to put things away. Number 3, do not use clip art and cartoons. Any image that you have in your classroom, especially if you're going to be using it for a lesson, should be a real picture. For example, if you're studying trees, the picture that you show to the children should be a real tree. And if you want to take it even a step further, make it a familiar tree. If there's a tree out on your playground that the children know about, they climb, they notice sometimes, take a picture of that tree. But I understand that that's not always practical. So definitely just go on Google and make sure you have real pictures. And if you're going to be using people, use your own kids. That's something where I definitely wouldn't go to Google for. Like, for example, if you're going to be doing a social and emotional activity and you want to show someone that's mad or sad or tired, definitely use your own kids. You don't want to just have, you know, random people and a cartoonish aesthetic to your classroom. That's an easy one. Number 4 is the most important one for you as an educator, and it is do not forget to have your clipboard, paper, and a pen on you most of the time. And not just for your assessments for conference purposes, but more so just recording and documenting what's going on in your classroom. Because the heart of Reggio is not just documentation, but figuring out what your kids' interests are and leading them into further investigation. Because what's going to happen to you is you're going to reach a point where you need to start a topic study, you need to start a project or something, and you don't know what your kids like because you weren't recording it. Do not forget to record, because I've been there and I've made up a topic study one time, and what's going to happen to you is you're not going to be successful because it's not the truth. It's not the truth of what your kids have been interested in, and it's not going to be fair to you. It's not going to be fair to your kids, and it's not going to be fair to the parents who are paying for them to be in a Reggio Emilia inspired program, of which you as the educator should have led them properly into a topic. Okay, so number 5. This one is a pet peeve of mine. And you really shouldn't be doing it in a Reggio Emilia classroom, but I'll be honest and say that there's a little bias attached to this one. You should not be playing kiddie music in your Reggio Emilia classroom. Music has just as much educational purpose and value as anything else in your classroom. And with authenticity being another core part of the Reggio Emilia approach, you should be listening to real genres. So jazz, classical, and you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to be Mozart. It can be reggae. It just has to be real music. And I'm not talking about nursery rhymes. You can do nursery rhymes, but in the same sense, it shouldn't be a recording. It should be you teaching the element of singing. So when you're doing nursery rhymes, you should be talking about warming up your voice and pitch and melody. Because what I'm talking about is,
Alexa, play Baby Shark.
and there's no rhyme or reason. And I get it. Kids love it. It's fun. But we have to remember that we never do anything solely because it's fun and it's cute. It is our job to make sure that everything that we do is intentional and has a learning purpose. And that's it. Those are my 5 things that you should not be doing in your Reggio classroom. And when you go check out my other videos, you'll see that I am showing you guys provocations in all domains. And if you're ever in a crunch for your lesson plan, what I do in my videos in the description box is give you the wording and everything you need so that you can sample, copy, and paste it directly to your lesson plan. Subscribe, because my channel is a Reggio teacher's cheat code. It really is. See you on another video. No baby shark.
I love you, Miss Green.